Hi, Beauty. How are you doing today, little guy? I understand you went into Maplewood and you got bagels and you went to Able Bakery and then you played in a dog water bowl. Oh my goodness, what a special day. Well, I figured I would read you another book. What do you think? Ready for another book? Okay. This one is called The Princess and the Pizza by Mary Jane and Herm Alch. They might pronounce that differently, but I don't know for sure. This is on the back cover. This is going to be an interesting book. As I mentioned before, I think it's a play on the fairy tale called The Princess and the Pea. But this is The Princess and the Pizza. So let's see what they have to tell us. I'm going to do this in a way that I wonder if there's a different way to position this so that you and I are sort of reading it together. I'm going to try. But meanwhile, so tell me, how was your day so far? How was your day? How is your day? Are you having a splendid day? Tell me. I'm very interested to hear. Okay, let's see now. I'm wondering if I did it like this, and we read it together, but with that glare, it's not working. I should have figured this out before I started the tell me. You have so many great things to tell me. Oh my goodness. Let's see. So if I go like this, and I put the book here, maybe this will work better. Well, it's worth a try because holding it up to the camera, this is worse. Let's give it a shot. The Princess and the Pizza. Princess Paulina needed a job. Her father had given up his throne to become a woodcarver and moved them to a humble shack in a neighboring kingdom. Since the king was still learning, his carvings didn't sell, and Paulina's garden barely kept enough of the table on the table. Paulina missed princessing. She missed walking the peacock in the royal garden, surveying the kingdom from the castle tower, and doing the princess wave in royal processions. She doesn't really explain why her father gave up the throne to become a woodcarver and moved to a humble shack in a neighboring kingdom. It's not the way most king stories begin. Okay, let's see if we can hold this up so you can see. Paulina tried walking a stray chicken around her shack, but it only pecked at her bare toes. They'll do that. Surveying the kingdom from the shack's leaky roof made even more holes. Oh, surveying the kingdom. I see. I thought you were surveying the roof. Sorry, I'm getting it. She tried princess waving to the townspeople from her father's cart, but nobody bothered to wave back. They just thought she was swatting at flies. One day, a page rode past the shack announcing that the Queen Zelda of Blom was seeking a true princess to become the bride of her son, Prince Drupert. This is my chance to get back to princessing, Paulina cried. She rummaged through her trunk of ex-princess stuff.
brushed the wood shavings from her best ball gown, and blew away the bits of sawdust that clung to her diamond tiara. Then she tucked a piece of garlic into her bodice for good luck, snipped some fragrant herbs to cover up the garlic smell, good luck, and headed for the castle. Well, she's an intriguing little princess. Paulina didn't expect much competition. There wasn't another princess for hundreds of miles. But when she got to Blom Castle, Paulina found she was only one of 12 princesses hoping to become the royal bride. Look at them all. Interesting. Especially the one that has a moon on her forehead. When she looked into her assigned room, Paulina saw her bed piled with 16 mattresses. Oh, for Pete's sake. The old princess and the pea trick? That's so Once Upon a Time. Naturally, Paulina didn't sleep all night because she felt the lumpy pea through all of the mattresses. That's not what I expected. When the 12 princesses gathered in the throne room the next morning, the 7 who looked bright-eyed were sent home. Now only Paulina and 4 other sleepy princesses remained. Prince Drupert and Queen Zelda finally appeared on the balcony. Prince Zelda did all the talking. Congratulations, ladies, you have written some lovely essays which I will keep in my scrapbook, and you have all passed the mattress test. But to make absolutely sure you are of royal blood, there is a second test. Only a true princess can wear these glass slippers. For Pete's sake, you never heard of sneakers? Paulina asked. Queen Zelda gave Paulina a sharp look. Nobody said you had to hike in them. Just try them on. After the royal page made his way around the room with the slippers, 2 big-footed princesses were sent home. Wait a second. What is the message here? That if your feet are large, you can't be a princess? I was trying so hard not to make any editorial comments, but I have not succeeded. Okay, let's see if this works better. Nope, I think that did work better, seeing it that way. Then you could see the whole book instead of me holding it up. But let me do it quickly like this. After the royal page made his way around the room with the slippers, 2 big-footed princesses were sent home. Now only Paulina and 2 others remained. One was followed around by 7 strange little men, and the other had such a long braid dragging behind her, Paulina kept tripping over it. This is very funny. You're a little guy, so you don't know the references, so I'll tell you. One of them is probably, who's the princess with the long hair? Was that Rapunzel? No, Rapunzel was the little man. I said I would tell you, but it seems I'm unable to. And then the other one is the Snow Dwarf. How could I forget her name? Oh, this is too embarrassing for words. And the 7 dwarfs. I forgot, but it'll come back. Snow White. Back to the story. Okay. So one was followed around by 7 strange little men, and the other had such a long braid dragging behind her, Paulina kept tripping over it. For Pete's sake, you never heard of scissors? Paulina cried. she's a little bit rude. Queen Zelda stared at Paulina. You all have passed the second princess test. Your final task is to cook a feast that proves you are worthy of being my dear Drupert's wife. This set up a wail among the princesses, especially Paulina. For Pete's sake, you have no royal chef? Silence, said the queen. The table holds the makings for 3 fine feasts. Choose well, for the winner will become my dear Drupert's bride. As Paulina started for the table, the long-haired princess tripped her, then loaded up with food. By the time Paulina got there, the 7 strange little men had run off with everything but some flour, yeast, water, 3 overripe tomatoes, and a hunk of stale cheese. Hey, that's not fair. Queen Zelda, will you help me? No, said the queen, because you have a big mouth. Maybe if she'd been a little more polite in the beginning. But nonetheless, this does not speak very highly of royalty in general. I mean, stealing the food, tripping with her hair. Very interesting take on this. A servant escorted Paulina to her room and locked the door. Hey, how can I cook without a bowl or spoons or pots? There was no reply. Paulina tried to make bread, kneading the flour, water, and yeast together, but it only stuck to the tray in a flattened mess. She squished the tomatoes over the dough to brighten it up. It looked awful. She sprinkled cheese gratings over the top. It was still a mess, and Paulina was exhausted. For Pete's sake, where's your fairy godmother when you need her? I'm going to take a nap. She reached under the pile of mattresses, pulled out the offending pea, and climbed into bed. You're right. How could I not have editorial comment about that? But I'm passing on the editorial comment for right now. Okay. She hadn't been sleeping long when there was a knock at the door. Only 20 minutes left, called Queen Zelda. I don't smell anything cooking. I'm not cooking, said Paulina. I'm napping. Then I'm going home. You're not going anywhere, said the queen. The losers will be beheaded. Paulina sat bolt upright. Did I show you this picture? There's the pizza near the fire. Beheaded? You didn't tell us that. I forgot, said the queen. Can't I have a second chance? How about I try to spin straw into gold? Or maybe I could guess a weird little man's name. Oh, I forgot which one that's from. No second chances, declared the queen. But that's not fair, Paulina cried. Who needs to be fair? I'm the queen. Paulina leaped out of bed and ran to the window. But it was an unbelievably long drop to the ground. The meal was her only hope. She rushed the tray over to the fireplace, stirred the few remaining hot coals, then crushed her garlic and sprinkled it over the mess for good luck. Finally, Paulina tossed on the herbs to cover up the garlic smell. Good luck. It is kind of funny that she happened to have those herbs on her. Paulina paced back and forth, as planning her escape. Perhaps she could make a deal with the long-haired princess to climb down her braid. She didn't notice that the goopy dough had browned into a crust, the tomatoes were bubbling, the hard bits of cheese had melted, and the fragrance of garlic and herbs filled the room. A page opened the door. Time's up. Paulina took a deep breath and carried her tray into the great big room. Oh, sorry, it's called the Great Dining Room. Read it wrong. The other princesses had made lovely feasts, especially the one who had 7 strange little men to help her. Prince Drupert went right to Paulina's tray. It's not pretty, but it smells scrumptious. He helped himself to an unusually generous piece. What do you call this dish? Paulina shrugged. I don't know. It can't be an official entry in the contest if it doesn't have a name, said the Queen. Oh, for Pete's sake, Paulina muttered. What's that? Snapped the Queen. Pete's what? Remembering the beheading threat, Paulina frantically tried to think of a name. It's Pete's, This is hilarious. Pizza? The Queen took a big bite. Odd name, but it's tasty. The winner is Pauline's Pizza. You mean I won't be beheaded? I was only kidding about the beheading, said the Queen. Then I was only kidding about wanting to marry Prince Drupert. Who needs him? I have other plans. This is truly hilarious. Will you leave your recipe? Asked the Queen. No way, said Paulina. It's just become a family secret. She headed for the door. I liked you best, whined the Queen, following close behind. Though if it was whining, it would be more like, I liked you best. Oh, for Pete's sake, muttered Paulina as she stomped across the drawbridge. You and I are going to rewrite some other fairy tales. This is fun. Today's special, butterscotch brownie, pickled parsnip, chocolate chicken, rosemary rhubarb, avocado apricot. This is like Able Bakery, with a bulletin board up high telling you what's the deal. What are the choices for the day? Princess Paulina's Pizza Palace opened a few weeks later. It featured unusual carved furniture and 50 kinds of pizza. Every Thursday, on the royal chef's night off, Queen Zelda and Prince Drupert came to Paulina's for popcorn pineapple pizza. They often stayed to play cards with Paulina's father. This is truly fun. From then on, whenever Paulina drove her pizza delivery cart through town doing the princess wave, everybody waved back and ran after her, asking about the day's specials. Life was good. Paulina was grateful not to have Queen Zelda for a mother-in-law, but she still worried about one little thing. And truth be told, I do not know what that is. But we'll know when we turn the page. This is too cute for words. Can you guess what it is that she's still worried about? Oh. She worried about getting Queen Zelda as her stepmother. I wouldn't have guessed that. The end. That was a fun book. That was a very fun book. The Princess and the Pizza. Very fun. Well, my little guy, I hope you're having a splendid day. I will sign off for now, but we'll read another book soon. And what else can I say? This thing is going light and dark. Can't think of what else to say, but it's very hot here today. I hope it's cool where you are. I hope you have a fun day. I'll talk to you soon, little guy. I love you. Bye-bye.